Tesla set a new quarterly record in Denmark. We will see many more of these over the next few days coming out from Europe. The quarter is not finished yet. We have more than a week, and this is already looking really good. Tesla has now officially launched the new Megafactory project in Shanghai, which will produce 10,000 megapacks per year. A land acquisition and signing ceremony was held today in Shanghai. This is the same project that we learned about in April of this year, but the construction of the plant was scheduled to begin in the third quarter of this year, with production commencing in the second quarter of 2024, according to these announcements from April. So today's update basically means that the construction has been slightly delayed. Tesla's energy business margins are already better than the automotive margins, and in the long term, this new factory will help increase these margins even further. I will not be too surprised if we see another small delay, but I am convinced that production will certainly start sometime next year. There's some news about the Tesla strike in Sweden. The companies basically that take care of Tesla's waste management in Sweden are supposed to strike against Tesla as well, but they are saying that the instructions about the strike are not exactly clear, so therefore we are not striking. I think that probably means that they are supporting Tesla to some degree at least. I seriously have a lot of respect for people that take care of Tesla's garbage and that do not throw more garbage into this whole rubbish situation. These people actually know how to do their job, but under more pressure they may crack as well. But so far it looks good. I'm not quite sure why Tesla is doing this. If you know, leave a comment down below. Both Tesla vehicles and non-Tesla EVs can access a 50% reduced rate at select supercharger locations in Australia for the next few weeks. Because it doesn't seem to be a permanent change, I'm not really quite sure why this is. This is good news for Tesla because it's bad news for GM. GM says it expects its Cadillac Lyriq and Chevrolet Blazer EV to temporarily lose eligibility for a US EV tax credit starting next year on January 1st. They are losing the credit because of two minor components. GM added it has pulled ahead sourcing plans for qualifying components in early 2024, and GM said it expects the Lyriq and the Blazer EV to regain eligibility in early 2024, which has to stall their sales for a little while. Tesla doesn't do things like that. Tesla basically says, oh, we are losing the credit and we are not telling you when we think we are getting it back. This sort of gives me some hope that the Model 3 tax credit will come back really quickly, just like it did earlier this year. Tesla lost it for a little bit, but it came back so quickly. Lucid says it is working on a vehicle that will compete with a Model 3 and a Model Y. I have formerly stated mid-late decade, and that has been completely misquoted as the end of the decade 2030. What I mean is not 2025. It's a few years away, but it's close. It takes 3.5 years to do a car, and we have started. And that was not yesterday, he says. The mid-size line is going to be overtly a Tesla competitor. Model 3, Model Y. This is the first time I have ever said it. We are going to compete in that market, high-volume family car. Now, where are they going to get the money to get the factory built and the lines built for these new vehicles? Because they are certainly not going to fund that from their cash flows. Are they going to get the money from the Saudis? Are they really willing to throw away all that money? Because Lucid is producing less and less vehicles. Look at this chart. It's going down. The production is going down. If you get a Cybertruck, please do not drive like this with your turn signal turned on, but then turning to the opposite direction at the very last second. This would bring a bad rep to the Cybertruck if everyone starts doing this. So please, do not do this. Some people complain about Tesla's high-fidelity 360 parking because it's not a real camera, like for example this Rivian has here, and it has this 360 bird's eye view, and there's clearly some space over here, and the car can definitely move, right? Well, take a look.
Yeah, that's not right.
Whoops. Rivian has some work to do.